What episode are we on? 5. Okay. I forgot what we say.
Just say anything.
Hi. Welcome back to episode 5 of Silk and Bones. I'm Espie.
I'm Kayo.
And we took a week off last week for the holidays. It was Thanksgiving. Sorry if you missed us, but now we're back. We're gonna be hopefully uploading regularly again. We're gonna try because you take a break from something once and suddenly you never want to do it again.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how that works. We are now recording on December 6th. It is a Friday. We're reaching towards the end of 2024. That's kind of crazy.
That's really crazy. I don't like thinking about that. That was really fast.
I know. It feels like so many things happened in this year, and yet it like nothing at all, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Like it
a lot happened for me.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, me too. But it's like so many things happened in this one year that it feels longer than a year, but at the same time,
It feels so long. But
it
short.
feels like it went so quickly, right?
I don't know.
Like I could have sworn we were just in August.
I could have sworn it was just June or like April. We were playing DBD in my closet. Like
That I know it doesn't feel that long ago, but it was. I
yeah.
didn't even have this model. I was still on the old one back
Yeah.
then.
And like the pre-made one too.
Wow. Oh yeah, that one.
Oh my gosh.
I'm coming up on 4 years as a VTuber. Isn't that crazy?
4 years?
February 15th. That's my affiliate anniversary at least.
Oh my god. You've been a VTuber longer than
Yeah.
me?
No, I don't think so.
4 years is. Are you sure it's
4
not 3?
years. Okay, so
Because I just had my 3 year.
wait, okay, so it's coming up on 2025. I
Hmm.
started 2020, like end of 2020, early 2021.
Oh, that you've started
So
earlier
that's
than me then.
3. Did I?
Yeah, because I started October 2021.
I started January 2021.
Whoa.
That's crazy. I didn't know
I didn't know that
that.
either.
Oh, but I always thought you started before
Me
me.
too.
That's crazy. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't like making content really until like
Hmm.
later in 2021. I had just like revealed my design and started working on things while streaming as a
Oh,
PNG in
you were like
2021. But I
early,
wasn't really
early.
like, oh yeah, but I wasn't that consistent with it.
I think both of us
I
were pretty early
remember.
into the VTubing thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, so technically I'm still considered like late into the VTuber wave because there was people who started like early 2020
Yeah,
or even earlier. And a lot of those people
they
I
got to
mean most
blow
of them
up.
aren't even around. They either blew up or they left
Yeah.
because a lot of them just aren't even around anymore. A lot of them graduated, either that or they moved to a corpo or just moved on.
Wonder what it was like.
It's kind of sad. I know, right? Sometimes I just find myself wondering, not me. Sorry. I literally am making the same pose as my VTuber right now as I talk about this.
Hands on your hips?
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that. It'll like, I don't know. It's like we're role playing.
Embody it more, yeah. No, sometimes I find myself wondering, what would my VTuber career have been like if I started back then, like in 2020?
I mean,
Would I have blown up? Would I have graduated already because I thought it was worthless? Something like that.
well, there was definitely less competition back then for VTubers. It's crazy now.
Yeah.
It's crazy
It
now.
is kind of crazy. How did you get into VTubing?
I saw some VTubers on my For You page and stuff, and I was like, hey, the person that I got into VTubing because of, they got canceled. So,
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Well, well, that's sad.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Uh I got into VTubing because I had always wanted to stream, but I never wanted to show my face. I was prepared to do so,
Mm,
because like I wanted to like stream because I felt like if I'm gonna spend hours gaming, I might as well stream it, you know? That was my
yeah, yeah.
mindset towards
No,
it.
same.
And and then my one of my longtime friends, you may know her as Anna or Ayane, she's a League streamer. She started using, I want to say she was either using Vroid or she started streaming. So I think she had like VR chat open while streaming League
Mm,
and like put transparency on the VR chat model.
that's
Either
crazy.
that or she started with like a Vroid. I don't remember, but she started doing that, and I was like, wow, how are you doing that? And then she like explained it, like explained like VTubing to me, and she was like, you should do it, like you should start streaming. She always thought that I had a good personality for like streaming and stuff. I didn't. I went into it being no, I seriously, I didn't. I went into it being like nobody's gonna like me. I have a niche personality. Everybody's gonna hate me. But I wanted to try anyways. So that's how I started. I commissioned a design and then, I made the Twitter for it. I kind of had to like look at what other VTubers were doing because I had no idea how to go about it. I was one
Mm,
of those
yeah.
where when I like released my design, like, using a bunch of hashtag, not a bunch of hashtags because I thought that was redundant, but like, using the a hashtag
VTuber
like
rising. Hashtag
yeah!
VTubers. Okay, that kind of
Stop.
faded away though. I don't see VTuber rising
It
anymore.
did. No, it did.
Yeah.
Do you remember when everyone was misspelling it too?
Really?
Like the whole hashtag was like misspelled and people kept misspelling it
No
because
way.
the misspelled hashtag was still like, it was flooded.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
They probably thought
Um
it was like a trend to like do that and did it intentionally.
yeah, at that point it probably was. Yeah. But yeah, I paid a lot of money for that design, but the design was so cool. Honestly, my first design, I always say, is probably like my magnum opus. I'm never gonna get like that good again at a character design. But I think my current design is really good, and I'm really excited to do more stuff with it.
What if you combined the two? Ooh. That would be cool. This model
I
with like a
mean,
veil would be really cool.
I considered it. The butterfly model was supposed to have a veil because I was still in love with the concept, and I was one of the first, if not the first, to do it, or at least make it work practically. And then you see like 10 other VTubers in the next year come out with like veil designs. I started it.
Right, right.
Speaking of new stuff, though, your new hairstyle. We
Oh
didn't talk
yeah.
about
I got
it.
some new stuff.
You want to show it off? Because
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in action.
I mean, I have this wig, different from the normal hair, which is this. Bam, wig. Um, and the ear, it goes up
Oh,
now.
that's new too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so
And
cute.
I also got a new tail. Do I show that to you right now?
No, oh yeah, go ahead.
It doesn't
Oh,
move,
oh, oh.
but yeah, new
Oh,
tail.
it's so fluffy.
Yeah, I don't like getting leg rigging because it's such a waste of money, in my opinion.
You're not wrong.
You save so much money by not getting it.
You do. I personally just like it because that felt like an accomplishment to me. Like it felt like, oh, I have a full body rig,
Hmm.
and finally I've made something with this model. But
Yeah.
also, in the future, I plan on getting like different leg toggles, as in like a sitting pose. I was gonna do the legs crossed again, but I think this time I want to do something different. I might do like a crisscross gamer pose. I think that would be cute.
That would be cute. What
Yeah.
if I got like an Asian squat leg position? Oh, that'd be so funny.
Please.
Oh my
I
god.
I hate that I know what that is too. And the only reason I know is because I think it was you who explained it to me.
Yeah, it's just like sitting, like squatting down, but with your feet both like flat on the floor, but all the way
I don't
down.
even it's something like I I forgot how it happens. Like I don't think it's like you're like Asian people are genetically built different. I think you're just like used to sitting like that because you see other people do it, so you start copying
I
it.
don't know. I don't know. There,
I don't
you can
know.
definitely do it as a non-Asian for sure, but I don't know. I don't. It's just called the
Crazy.
Asian squat.
But speaking of, end of the year stuff, Spotify Wrapped came out, music awards, lots of awards actually recently.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Game Awards?
No. Is that out already?
The nominations are out. It's the actual
Oh,
award show isn't until the 12th, I think.
yeah. I don't really follow those things.
Really? Oh,
Mm-mm.
I watch all of them because usually we get like big game announcements at those shows and stuff. Like a lot of people are anticipating Resident Evil 9 to get announced at the Game
Ooh, I
Awards.
hope so.
Yeah.
You see, I don't follow those things. That's why when games come out, I just find out through other content creators, and I'm like, oh, cool, this game's out.
No,
Yeah.
well, the thing is like I feel like I need something to like look towards in terms of gaming because I feel like gaming has just been like kind of recently. Like it's like we get like one or two really good big games a year now, and then the rest is all like mid.
Yeah. Not too many good ones this year.
What did come out this year?
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill 2. That's probably my personal game of the year, but it wasn't even nominated.
Oh, maybe it
Hmm.
was too late in the year. I don't know.
I think it was, but I don't know what the cutoff is or if it can get nominated next year. Because they did,
Yeah.
well, no, because they did nominate Silent Hill 2 for some things. Like I think
Oh.
best like voice actor. I think they nominated it for audio design and stuff like that.
Oh, that's at least I got something.
Yeah.
I think there were some good games. I just don't remember. I played a lot. So
So as far as I know, the nominations for Game of the Year, I want to say it was Astrobot, Balatro,
I heard Astro Ball is really good.
Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh, I'm missing two. Was Black Myth Wukong one of them? I think it might have been.
Although everyone
Uh,
was like all over that game. I didn't play.
They were, but like I felt like it wasn't even that good. I
The
felt
hype came out
like
of nowhere. I was like, what the where did this game come from?
apparently, well, I had heard of the game before because obviously I watch like the award shows and stuff, but it never looked that interesting to me. It was just another Souls-like, and it didn't like boss rush Souls-like. It didn't even look that good.
You can talk about our Spotify Wrapped. Who are your top 5 this year?
Mine is ass. Because mine doesn't really make sense because I use my Spotify to like replay songs when I'm like studying and stuff. So mine was just a bunch of like ambiance and stuff like that.
Uh,
It, yeah. So like my top like three songs were all like, I think I had like a Silent Hill song. I had a Resident Evil Save Room and some
what the
other
hell?
song.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Because I play them on repeat while I'm like doing like working and studying.
Hmm.
What about
I
yours?
I got myself on my Spotify Wrapped. That's so funny. But
Which
that's
is so
because
funny.
I listen to the same playlist every stream, and I have my own songs in the playlist because, why not? Stream
Free
my own songs,
advertisement.
literally. And I think I have like, I think I have like 10 covers on Spotify. So they're just all on
Okay.
the playlist, and I guess it just gets replayed often. I was number two.
Your own top.
I was number two.
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah. And number one was New Jeans. And then Le Seraphim, Ive,
Of
and
course.
Keshi. I just thought it was
Yeah.
funny. Like, I'm my own biggest supporter. Hey.
Hold on, let me check my name a screenshot. I didn't even I was so embarrassed about my top artist. I didn't screenshot it. That's crazy. I was, however, a top 3% fan for my favorite band, Sleep Token, which
Oh
is lower
yes.
than last year. I'm a little disappointed in myself. But my other, so they don't do, you know how like you get like the little fan message from your top artist?
Yeah, yeah.
They don't do that because, it's the whole thing. But I got mine from Kali Uchis. Uchis. I don't even know how to say her whole name.
Yeah, yeah.
But I love
What
her.
was the
Her music
message?
is so
It's just
good.
like a basic one.
Oh, she was she was like, hey, like she's in front of like her luxury car. She has
Uh-huh.
like this whole getup on, and she's like, "Hey, so you're my top fan. I love you guys." Mwah. And it's like she's like so over it, honestly.
Okay. I love that for her.
I love her. She
Mwah.
slays, honestly. Yeah, she literally did that.
That's so good.
Who did you get your message thing from?
I didn't check.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just skip past
I
it.
skipped until I got to the end of the thingy to see the
Yeah.
recap.
A lot of people were saying it was like dog shit anyways. Compared to
Yeah,
like
that's what I heard.
previous years, there was like a lot less things
I
and
heard they used
apparently they used
AI.
like AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like fired a bunch of their Spotify employees. That's
Makes
crazy.
sense.
AI is taking
Why it
over.
was so
Yeah.
please. There's if I have to see another like dog shit AI concept, I'm actually gonna just like ring somebody out. It's so annoying because it's never even good.
No, and the
And
people that eat it
it's
up, it's
not
like, you guys don't know
advancing.
what looks good. Like, you guys don't know what looks
Literally.
good. It's so ugly. Oh my gosh.
And then like, us as VTubers and then the VTuber sphere, there's still people using AI or tracing over AI. That was the whole thing.
And then
It's annoying.
still having viewers. Oh gosh.
Yeah, the fact that, that person, so that specifically what we're talking about is there was a person who traced AI art,
Who
used
cares?
an
Put them on
AI
blast. Put
background.
their Twitter right there. Show them. Show them.
I think their name was like Atali or something
Something
like
like that.
that.
Yeah.
Like they just like used a bunch of like AI assets and then started tracing over AI art, which it was like funny as because the it was garbage, literally. Like it was just like this
Mm,
garbage, like shirtless draw over of AI. Uh and bitches were eating it up. Like just absolutely eating it up. And then,
so
people started
cringe.
being like, why are we supporting this AI slop? And then he went private, continued streaming,
Private
and is
now?
still his
Oh,
Twitter is private, yeah. But he
shit.
continued streaming and no impact at all.
Well, that's probably because his audience is a bunch of minors that don't even know what's going on or care. So
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
concluded. Immature, immature streamer has immature audience. Are we surprised? Are we
Not at
surprised?
all.
Nope.
Are we surprised? No.
No.
No, it really is just disgusting.
I just like to think that someone like that will not get very far anyway. So, yeah.
I'm sure they'll get their just desserts eventually.
Hmm.
Like I just saw today another call out post about a sex pest.
Oh,
And am I surprised? No,
I
not at
saw something
all.
else, but I don't think it's my place to talk about. But it was basically someone in the community that was pretending to be Asian, but they were actually white and from America, and they lied about
Oh.
being in America, or they lied about living in Hong Kong. It was crazy. It was a whole thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's all on Twitter.
That's crazy. I did not see that
Yeah, they
one.
deactivated it and everything already.
Oh,
It was insane. They
in that
were
case,
RCTA. Oh my gosh.
please,
Yeah.
please, we found a real RCTA. Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh my, like
god.
actually so crazy. They actually used to watch me. They were a viewer before they became
No.
a VTuber. Yeah.
Do you ever think about that? Like, do you think you've inspired people to get into VTubing?
Yeah, for sure. It's like bittersweet kind of because it's like I would like for
Mhm.
you to just be my viewer because I like having you in my community. And obviously, if you become a
Right.
streamer, then you're going to be very busy. But I'm
Right.
also happy that I inspired them to want to make content themselves. I don't know,
It feels like a double-edged sword.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because like
Uh,
I definitely have felt that as well. Is like being told that, I inspire some people, like longtime people in my community, to stream or start streaming. And it's
mhm.
like, oh, I'm so happy for you, and I'm very glad that I inspired you to do so. But at the same time, it feels like, oh, well, I kind of wanted you to stay as a viewer. So it's
Yeah.
that kind of like bittersweet. Yeah.
It's like, it feels kind of selfish, but I don't know.
It does. And I feel like a lot of people would probably, people who don't like us would probably get on our case for saying something like that. But because like in a sense, it almost feels like, ownership over your community and your viewers, which
Mm,
isn't really the case. It's more of just like, I don't want to lose the community I've built and the people I've built it for.
mm.
And when you switch from being just a consumer to being a part of like content creation yourself, the vibes just change.
Yeah, it opens your eyes to a lot of things when you become the
Mhm.
creator. I think another thing that also kind of sucks is when you see like someone that used to be your regular that used to watch it like every day and be there like right at the beginning of stream and like
Yeah.
you can see it slowly fading away because they've clearly found
Mhm.
a new favorite streamer. And it's
Yeah.
like we see those things, and
Especially if you go to someone like I'm friends with, and I'm often in their chat as well, and I see you being active in their chat but not active in mine. It's like, okay, that kind of hurt. Um,
yeah, it sucks, but like what can you do, Like you
right.
don't own them, but it's also like, well,
Right.
damn, I'm boring, huh?
It's like
Like
right.
what
It's
the
like
hell?
it really does make you reflect on that. It's like, what did I do to make you was it me, or was it just that you found someone better than me? Or was I not enough? And it's like it kind of makes you just reflect on that, and it gets kind of sad.
Yeah, it does. But then also I'm like, you know what? F you. I got 200 other people that want to watch me. So I mean
Slay.
I mean no, no no
Slay.
no hate towards them, but it feels bad. But like I said, what can you do
Yeah.
about it? You don't own them, so
Mhm.
yeah. But
Like
it's
I
valid to feel that
remember.
way. It's just
Oh, for sure.
feelings.
I think it's the only reason we even feel bad for saying it is because nobody says it. Is people aren't talking about these things, and if they do, they get a lot of like backlash for it because
Mhm.
people feel like this is the type of stuff that shouldn't be said about content creation. Like this is the
Yeah.
kind of feelings that you're supposed to keep inside and not talk about publicly.
VTubers are so like black and white. That's why they can never.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground. There's no nuance. It's either you think this or you think this. Like if you like pancakes, you hate waffles, and that's every
Right.
like almost every VTuber, and it's just so frustrating because they clearly behave that way because they want to make the whole situation seem like drama to like farm it for attention. Because like
Right.
why would you
Which is
try to
exactly
see
what
the other
has been
side?
happening to me.
Yeah.
That is exactly what literally just happened to me is I had made, like those stupid ass like well, so it was
It
originally
wasn't
like, oh,
stupid. No, you
VTuber hot
ate.
take. Well, no, 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 okay. Well, okay. Slay. Um, no, so originally, the Twitter post that go around was like the swords, and it's being like, oh, state your VTuber hot take. And it's like, okay,
It's like the
whatever.
tangled one, right? Like
Yeah, that's the Tangled one.
yeah.
A new one has come across, which I originally misunderstood. I misunderstood it as the same as being the Tangled one. Apparently, there's this new. It came from TikTok. Was something, and we don't judge. I'll find it and I'll give it to
Oh, we
Tal.
listen and we don't judge. Something like
Yeah,
that,
we
right?
listen and we don't judge. VTuber edition was
Mm.
this one, and I had quoted it, And I had said VTubers need to start considering others like quote unquote coworkers instead of only potential friends. There's people you can have professional relationships with without needing to be their close friend. And I said this would breed a more
Mm.
respectful environment and less childish behavior. Now, if you've ever worked a job, you know what a professional environment feels like. You know that, there's some coworkers you like and you end up becoming real good friends with. You may even hang out outside of work. Sometimes there's coworkers who you like, but you wouldn't hang out with them outside of work and you keep that only a professional work relationship. And then there's, a coworker you might hate. And you don't like working with them. You don't want to see them outside of work. But
Yeah.
guess what? You can't do anything about it. So you just have to suck it up. That's what I feel like the VTuber sphere should be like. Because what it is right now is every collab means a potential connection for friendship. And I have to be friends with everybody. It's like, first of all, no, I don't have to be friends with you. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be polite or respectful to you. I just don't have the capacity to be friends with every single person I come across that I maybe like their design or have talked to in one singular interaction.
Yep.
That's what I meant by that post. What someone took it as was me trying to state my opinion and cast a wide enough net that everyone should agree with me and that all VTubers should do this. So, me when I get mad at the opinion post people for posting opinions.
Well,
Like,
if you post an opinion on Twitter, people are going to get mad no matter what, even if it's a good one.
right. Exactly. I mean, because like nobody can have a conversation.
No.
Nobody can express intelligence at some point.
No.
Apparently.
Absolutely
Media
not.
or literary comprehension.
That's the thing. Someone can read a sentence and just like interpret it so incorrectly and blame you when in reality that person just has no comprehension for anything. And like
it's like I don't even
oh God.
I'm not even gonna share the post or anything because they're just a hateful ass person. That's literally all they do. They don't create content. They don't do anything in the VTuber sphere except complain and tweet. So
well, that's a lot of
I'm not giving no free
people.
clout for that, but
yeah, just better to ignore them.
I replied to it being like, you must be miserable. Like to be this negative in your like everyday life, like how miserable do you have to be? But it's like I'm leaving it at that. If they decide to reply to that, whatever.
You know what?
Being straight
Good
hateful
for you.
and proving my point.
Speaking of that,
like, are you not tired?
Did you see that one VTuber that was like, hot take, but if you got into the VTuber Creator Club, it's not really an accomplishment.
I quoted it, actually. I quoted it. Yeah, I'll put in the topics. Yeah, I saw me waking up hot as hell because, my power went out. And I'm tucked under blankets. I wake up, I open my phone to kind of check what's going on. I open Twitter. I see that post and I'm like, another one.
Another one.
Yeah. So they had said hot take, which, by the way, this isn't a hot take. It's just a dog shit opinion that they're expressing, but putting it under the guise of hot take because they want to make it seem less than it actually is. They're literally just being hateful. Hot take, making it into the VTuber Creator Club is not a quote unquote accomplishment. Twitch staff had said, literally said anyone being a VTuber can join, plus being an affiliate and 18 plus. Incorrect. I love celebrating people's accomplishments, but this one is literally just joining a club. Can we celebrate actual accomplishments? First off, the VTuber Creator Club is Twitch has these creator clubs. It's they have one for like DJs and like music and some other stuff. But recently they came out with a VTuber one. Some people applied for this months ago, back when they were saying that they were making like VTuber guilds or clubs and stuff like that, as well as like music and DJ related. So they just now made the VTuber one,
Mhm.
and the people who applied, some were accepted into it, and some were even headed as like the founders of it. The Creator Club's purpose is to connect people who stream the same thing and have the same niche, so that, you know, you have not only a direct connection to Twitch staff that are in the community of your thing, but also you have direct connection to other Twitch streamers. So that was the point. And a lot of people announced, like myself, that we got accepted into the club. Some people had expressed, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. Where would I apply?
I didn't know it was a thing.
Exactly. Because, you know, a bunch of people were like, hey, I got into this thing. And, you know, people were being excited about it. So that allowed a lot of other people to learn about it and put in applications. This person wants to go and say, oh, anyone can join as long as they're a VTuber. It's just a club. Can we celebrate actual accomplishments? Why? Like, why do you have to be like
It's
this?
just so hateful. Like, are you still
So
in high
hateful,
school?
so negative.
There's
Like, are
no
you?
way to describe this
Oh my
than like
god!
no other
High
word
school
than just
mean
a
girl.
bitch. No, a bitch. Like straight up. Like that's just you're a bitch. Because why are you acting like that? Like ooh, these people that are so happy for getting into a club. Like how dare you
I hate
celebrate
seeing
that?
people be joyful.
Like, off. That's such loser behavior. Also, Twitch literally told people to post that they got into the club.
Exactly.
Hello?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wanted people to, because guess what? Twitch wants to advertise it more. So what are we doing? We're advertising the club for them because we are part of it. And also, people didn't just announce that they got in just to be silly. Oh, I got in. There's definitely people who announced it because it just overall looks better for your image to be connected to something that is officially ran by Twitch. They're even making a Twitch team for the club. And you can put in your application to get sent an invite to the Twitch team. Overall, just being like it's like, you know, being a part of the Twitch Women's Guild.
Yeah.
You are part of something officially ran by Twitch, something that they themselves interacted with. They started it. There is Twitch staff currently handling it and interacting with people. They just did like a Q&A thing for the club. So it's not only just a club where people can network and stuff. Quite literally, it is an image thing as well. So, and to be fair, this person got into the club, and
yeah, I saw
then
that.
they just want to be hateful about it.
Like, you think Twitch wants this? Like, you
Right.
acting all cringe over this and being rude, acting like a mean girl. Oh God.
So miserable. And then I decided, I was curious. I checked out what they did. They are a Twitch and YouTube partner. I was like, okay, so what do you do? Do you want to take a guess?
ASMR.
No.
No.
You're on the right track, though.
On the right track.
Mm-hmm.
What else could it be? What's close to ASMR?
Not necessarily close. What is another way people get Twitch and YouTube partner for very little effort?
Reacting content?
Yeah.
Oh, hell
React
yeah.
to drama baiting.
Oh, drama baiting specifically. Okay.
Yes, they are a drama bottom feeder
Ew.
who reacts to Asmongold and woke content and stuff like that. Yep.
No wonder. It's so guys, if you ever want Twitch or YouTube partner, just react to drama and post it. You'll get it. You'll get it. It's so easy.
So not only that, they their previous, they were just a drama bottom feeder before, but now they've started grifting. And you can tell by their most recent videos reacting to like Asmongold said this, or reacting to Rev Says Desu or Hero Hey.
Also, she's actually just a loser.
Yeah.
Oh, well, like even more than I thought. Wow, I thought she was just hateful, but she's actually stupid as well.
Yes.
Oh, good to know. You know, put their Twitter. I'm just kidding.
Please. No. So, yeah, I said, glad to see we're still platforming High School Mean Girls. Many people wouldn't have known the club existed if others didn't share their acceptance. You must live a miserable life if people's excitement bothers you.
No, actually, that's weird.
Because, like, just move on. When I see a trend like that where it's like a bunch of people announcing something, because Twitch partner happens in batches. So
Hmm.
every few months you'll see just a bunch of like VTubers get accepted into Twitch partner and them posting their announcements and stuff. I'm not even a Twitch partner, by the way. So I'll see that and it's like, I don't know you, good for you, scrolling past.
Yeah.
I don't know you. Good for you. Scrolling past. It's like, why can't you just do that? Why do you have to make it something so much more than it is because you want to be a hateful person?
Yeah. It's like you don't have to be happy for them if you don't know them, sure. But at least don't be hateful. That's
Right.
weird. Like, I don't know.
Honestly, it just reeks of insecurity to me because, like, how
No,
do you do
actually.
that for your content and you live a happy life? Like, how do you be just this drama bottom feeder, always, reacting to negativity, reacting, put loosely, just centering yourself around literal negativity and drama? How do you live a happy life like that?
It's
You
just those
have to
type
be
of
just a
people, I
miserable
guess.
human.
No,
Yeah.
actually. I can name many VTubers that got popular that way. And it's just one of the ways to make content, I guess.
Quote unquote. Yeah.
Quote unquote.
I mean, so like speaking of reacting, because like I'm not innocent of react content. I have
No,
done it. In fact, like I think you've done it as well. Like you do
I've
what?
done
Like
it,
you're
but you see, the thing is with reacting, if you add your own interesting conversations in between, I feel like that's okay.
right.
If it's creating like positive, funny content that's like transformative instead of just laughing
Right.
after every sentence, it's transformative, you know?
There's definitely a difference between like reacting to like, weird controversial drama and reacting to like haha funny video.
Yeah,
I'm
that
also putting in my own
chat
input because it's
enjoys. We're
funny.
watching cute, funny videos
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, I love watching your TikToks. Because they're just your TikTok for you page is insane and it's really funny. But yeah, so I recently uploaded a quote unquote react video
Mhm.
on YouTube where I had watched like those like scary encounter
Yeah,
videos,
I
like not
watched
like
it.
paranormal, but like the urbex thing. You
Yeah,
watched my
like,
video?
ooh, yeah.
Oh,
The hell?
okay.
I remember that
I don't
part with
know. It
like
was
the
like 40
flashlight.
minutes. Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that
I
was
was
at
like,
the
oh.
beginning. No, yeah. So I had reacted to like, like scary like urbex like videos and I had cut some of it up because like the first video wasn't that interesting and I wasn't reacting much to it. So I
Mm.
had instead like watched another video and then cut that and then put it together. It was a very minimal edit too. Like I didn't do much except like cut the video down and take out like a few curse words in the beginning. That video is now my most viewed video.
That's
And I hate it
crazy.
for that.
No, but that just
I hate it.
shows
I
how
hate it.
easy it is. That like
It's
proves the
literally
point.
so fucking easy. And it's like, because I felt bad about uploading that. Is I was going to delete it like the next day until I realized it had started getting views and I was like, oh,
Like, damn, I need to
because to
start posting
me,
React content on my main channel at
you
this point.
you do.
Damn.
No, because it is almost at 10K views right now when my YouTube channel had a hard time getting 1,000 views. But the other thing about that is the impact that one video has had on the channel was crazy because I uploaded a 5-minute debut highlight and within 5 days, it's now at 1,000 views when I had issues getting 200, 300 views on the channel before. So people eat this up. They love their slop react content from
Yeah.
literally anybody.
That's the meta, and it's been the meta for like years now.
Yeah, it does. And I hate it because I hate slop content.
Me
I
too.
want my content to be what I want it to be. I want people to see me for my personality and the things I do and the creative ideas I have. What I don't like is creating slop react content, uploading it on YouTube and then calling it a day when I barely put any effort into that.
Yeah, it sucks. It's like that applies to everything. When you put a little effort into something and it performs better or does better than something you work so hard on, it's just a really bad feeling.
Mm,
For me,
it is, yeah.
that's like my song covers, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
I have this really popular cover that I recorded, hired a really cheap mixer, and just like lip synced with my model. And that's like super popular on YouTube and Spotify. And then there's another music video that I commissioned 4 art pieces for, hired a very expensive mixer for, hired a very expensive like music video maker for, and it didn't do as well, not even close. And it's like, wow, I spent all that money and all this hard work, and for what?
Yeah. I remember your Ditto music video.
Yeah.
I thought it looked so good.
Honestly,
Like all the art and the work that
yeah.
went
No,
into
I
it.
loved
Like
it
you
no
could
matter
really
what.
tell.
I
Yeah. You could
it's
really
like
tell the effort that was put into that one.
and I'm like very proud of it, even if, the numbers aren't high, but it's
And
just like
I think you should be.
it
Yeah.
deserves to be higher.
It does. And it truly sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
There's genuine things that I have done where I felt like this deserves to get seen by more people. I've put in
Mm-hmm.
so much effort and a lot of people did like it, sure, but it wasn't enough for me.
Yeah.
And you can turn that into like a motivating factor to work harder to get your big things seen, but when it continuously happens, that's just the quickest way to burn out
No,
and
that gets
never want to
like
do anything
sad
again.
almost, like frustrating.
Literally,
It happens to
yeah.
artists a lot. Like they post a sketch, it gets
Hmm.
thousands of likes and retweets. Then they post the same
So
sketch but
often.
rendered and it has less. Like what? What do you mean you
Yep,
like the sketch
yep.
more than the full
Or
rendered piece?
even like, do you remember that whole trend of artists having to act like it wasn't their art that they were
Yeah, I
posting in order
remember
to get
that.
likes?
Yeah.
That was
Like who
crazy.
drew this? Oh my god, who is this?
Yeah.
That was
Like that's
crazy.
insane.
Or when reposters
But
get more.
honestly, yeah, and it works. Like if you've ever noticed like clips channels and stuff like that, when they title things where it's clearly not the actual person who's doing the video,
Yeah, why
where they
is
make it
that?
seem like it was a fan who did the video, some reason it gets a lot of views and it gets a lot more views than it would be if the
Yeah.
actual person uploaded it themselves.
I'm gonna make a random ass YouTube channel with a random ass name and start clipping
I
myself.
literally thought about
I'm
doing
gonna start clipping myself and pretend to be a fan channel at this point. God
that. I
damn.
literally thought about doing that. Like I thought
I have
about
too. Cause like what the
I've considered like titling and like thumbnailing my videos, but acting like it's not me who uploaded it, being
Yeah.
like, why would she do this? And it's like,
Cause
I don't know
why
why
is
that
that?
happens.
Hmm.
Tell us in the comments, why do you think you're more likely to click on a video that does that?
Yeah. Well, okay. And what I'm thinking is maybe they do that because they think that because someone else found it interesting other than the streamer themselves, that means other people might find it funny as well because they're
Mm,
on the same like quote level in a way as viewers.
like peers,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It
Maybe
might
yeah.
honestly just be like a subconscious thing. I feel like I could do a whole thesis on this topic and like studying why this phenomenon happens.
I would love to read that.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be my PhD study. Why are people more likely to interact with something if they perceive it being made by a peer? I mean, I
Mm.
guess it also probably has something to do with, the way people view content creators and put content creators on like a pedestal. Because a lot of people feel like content creators are kind of like infallible and untouchable, which honestly is the better way to view content creators. Because if you view them as something that you can personally touch and interact with, that creates a level of parasocialism that is just not healthy.
Hmm.
I feel like there definitely is supposed to be a level of power difference between a content creator and their viewer or their
There
community.
definitely is. Yeah.
Because like I've made friends with people in my community. There's
Yeah.
people who I've grown close to because of mine or your community, that have become my personal friends. But that doesn't mean everybody gets that chance. But that also doesn't mean that that power dynamic isn't there. Which is
Yeah.
why a lot of people like see, oh, if you were to date a viewer, why a lot of people see that as taboo is because of that power dynamic. Is you hold some semblance of power over somebody who consumes your product, your content, and just overall kind of idolizes you.
I'm lucky that I feel like we're lucky that we're able to even become friends with our community because of how we interact with
Hmm.
them in ways that are not like parasocial, I guess, or like weird
Yeah,
to the point where where it feels weird to
for
like
sure.
talk to them. Cause there are many VTubers that might not want to talk to their friend or their viewers outside of streaming. Cause honestly, I feel like a lot of VTubers hate their own community.
Honestly, I think it's less that they hate their specific community and more of like they have a general disdain for regular VTuber watchers, which is like kind of understandable. Some of you can be weird
No, yeah,
and it
yeah.
makes people uncomfortable. Reflect on that. Anyways, you
Reflect on that.
definitely you definitely have inspired me to kind of be more one-on-one interactive with my community. Like the because I see the
Hmm.
turnout you have for like your movie nights or just how people join your VCs and play games with you is I got inspired to, try and do that more with my community.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel like that's where I went wrong with my first go at creating a community was the way I was doing my content and the things I was centering my online personality around made it so that the people who were attracted to me, not like in that sense, but like the people who are attracted
Like
to
want to
join my
watch you.
community. Yeah, those people were not the
No, I know
how do
what
I
you
say
mean.
this? Yeah.
Like
Um,
gooners. I
yeah.
mean, no, I still have
And it just
those
made me
yeah.
really uncomfortable to even interact in my own Discord. And my Discord, like back then, which
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how that Discord even got as big as it did. That like it was like twice the size of my current one. But I ended up deleting it because I was just so kind of like ashamed of the community I had built back then
Hmm.
around that online personality and around the content that I had did back then because the people who were in there had just made I couldn't deal with them. They made me so uncomfortable. I didn't want to talk to them. I didn't want to interact with them, which is sad because those were the people who were supporting me.
Yeah, exactly.
But it just the way they were, and it's not really their fault because I had done the things. I was basically willing to do anything to grow at that point. So I had done the things that would attract that kind of population. So it was kind of my fault that I couldn't be comfortable around them knowing what I did. So when I had changed my, online persona, I had rebranded and I made a new Discord. I didn't even like tell people that I was making a new Discord
Mm.
because I didn't want them to join. So I basically restarted my community in that I made sure people knew my boundaries more. I kind of enforced more things and
Hmm.
tolerated less behavior from even regulars
That's
and
good.
made sure they knew where they sat, you know?
Yeah.
And in doing so, I have curated a community that I feel personally comfortable with just joining the general VC sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes y'all piss me off.
That's
But
good.
you know
Boundaries.
me. They know me. They know me. They know I will vocalize if something is wrong or if I'm
Yeah.
not feeling comfortable in this moment. And I will tell you, you need to stop. You're annoying me. I need you to stop.
I'm definitely the same way. And it's like when you do these things and set boundaries and call people out, it really shows that you're prioritizing quality over quantity. Because there are a lot of communities where you can tell that the streamer is very lenient and so are the mods. And then what it creates is a chat full of annoying ass people that I cannot stand to be in. So it's like, that's what I try to think in the view of is like my own comfortability, but also the comfortability of everyone in chat. Like, do you think they're comfortable right now letting this annoying person spam the same stupid shit over and over again? But sometimes it's like, there's that, but it's also like some viewers are just too uncomfortable and like too strict with new members of the community, I guess. And it's like sure, you don't like this person.
Nobody likes change. You know? But it's like, at some point you have to accept that things are going to change and evolve over time.
And it's like, sure, you don't like this person, but based on what I've seen, you don't like anyone new. Like, damn. And it's just, I don't know, at some point it gets too much and I can't always satisfy everyone. So
it's kind of sad because I've definitely had this like talk with like my community where it's like, if I blew up tomorrow, would you still support me? And unfortunately, the overwhelming answer was no. If I blew up tomorrow and suddenly had like, you know, averaged 1,000 viewers, overwhelmingly the sentiment was I would probably leave.
That's crazy.
But like I kind of understood where they were coming from because some of them explained what they meant. A lot of the sentiment is they like watching smaller streamers because they like the interpersonal connection that you get with a smaller streamer. They don't like, you know, racing chats that are spamming or have, you know, bunch of emotes or, you know, the streamer can't really read the chat messages. Like one of the biggest things that I get told a lot is I love how you read every chat message because, you know, but I, in a sense, it's like, yeah, I do my best, but at the same time, as a smaller streamer, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Because like when I get maybe 5 chats in a minute, it's kind of awkward to see someone say something and then I just like glance over it and not respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that can get kind of awkward, but also, also sometimes at the same time, if I'm not reading your chat message and you decide to say the same thing again and I don't read it again, it's most likely I didn't like what you said and I don't want to react to it.
Sometimes I have old ex-friends of mine come and say hi and talk to me and I just ignore it because I'm like, why are you here?
Awkward.
Yeah, I just never read their message and it's been like multiple times now and yet they still come. It's like they haven't gotten the hint yet. I'm still not going to read it.
I mean, like even in your chat, sometimes my messages get lost and you don't even see that I'm there until like 5 minutes after, which is like,
sometimes the videos are so good. I'm like, I can't even read chat right now.
That's not even what I'm talking about. It's like just sometimes like you have quite an active chat, especially for your size. So I absolutely understand that sometimes it's hard to see when people just say one message. Sometimes, I'm sure if you went into my chat logs, you would probably see sometimes I say hi like twice just to make sure you know that I'm there.
Hi.
Hey. Just because like I want my friend to know I'm there and supporting them.
Yeah.
But also I'm also just not a stream watcher in general. I'm overall just a YouTube watcher. I love watching YouTube videos. I love watching VODs and being able to skip through if I need to or pause. I was never really one for the one-on-one interaction on stream. I just I don't know. I don't really care much for it. Maybe it's because I'm like satisfied in my social life and the interactions I have that I don't feel the need to, you know, be spoken to by a streamer or something like that. At most, I'd probably just want my sub recognized. My Oshi. I watched Limelicious And she
Mm.
recently debuted her winter model, and I had subbed and said, "I love your new outfit, Limu." And she's like, "Thank you." It's like, okay, that's it. That's enough for me.
Do I have an Oshi? I mean, I have like Oshis, but my favorite,
Banta?
yeah. But my favorite but my favorite content creator is not a VTuber. It's mostly
Really?
IRL people.
But wait, hold on. Don't say it. Let me guess.
Oh, it's a lot of people, kind of.
OTV and Valkyrie.
Pretty much, yeah. And like
Okay.
Pokey. Pokey's funny.
I never got into watching Pokey, and I feel kind of bad about it because I
You missed her
definitely was like
prime. Her prime was League of Legends.
That's the thing. Is I was back then. I was kind of a Pokey hater. I'm
No
not gonna
way.
lie.
Pokey's
I
queen.
was.
Wait, why though? Can you
But
explain?
also, I was like, because I was like a younger girl, and I was kind of
Were you being a
jealous of
pick-me
the
bitch?
success that I was. I
Oh
know.
my
I
God.
absolutely was.
That you're being a pick-me. Ew. How could you?
I didn't do anything about it.
Okay,
I
that's
didn't do
good. No,
anything
that's
about
good.
it. But I just like I didn't like watching her content or anything like that because I thought she was kind of, annoying, but also because it's like, damn, I'm better than you at League, and it's like that's kind of crazy that you're this like big streamer playing League. And I'm literally a higher rank than you, and that kind of pissed me off, and I don't know why. I don't know. I was like, do you ever get like rank jealousy with like your friends?
Rank
Where
jealousy.
like if kind of like I don't know, I was just a really competitive girl. I don't know if it was because like I grew up playing like competitive games with like my brothers and stuff. I was just overall like a tomboy anyways, I had this like fierce competitiveness with a lot of like the girls in my life because I had thought that they would have it back. And then a lot of them didn't, and they were just like, "You're kind of a bitch," and it's like, oh. I thought we were both in this. Like,
I mean, it's good that you know now.
oh, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
I've definitely gotten over that phase in my life.
Oh,
but
I would have hated you. Ew.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people did.
It's okay. We were young. We were stupid. We grew up.
No, that was back when I was like 15.
I feel like every girl has had a pick me point in their life. Every guy too. Everyone's had a pick me point.
Some people had it earlier than others, though. But
good if earlier, because why are you an adult being a pick me? Ew.
Oh my god, the bitch we found in League.
Okay. There are two things I hate the most in this world. Okay, that's dramatic, but I hate pick me girls and I hate pick me gays. Oh.
Oh,
they're the worst. Oh, like
no, that's so true.
I want to Arcane end of season 1 them. Oh my gosh!
Please, you need to stop. I can't believe you cried. You really cried to Arcane. Were you drunk?
Season 2, I was, but even if I wasn't drunk, I was watching the clip sober on TikTok. I was crying. I was crying. Oh, it's so sad.
It's so.
I love Jinx. What can I say?
That's so am I.
You don't like Jinx?
I just I didn't think it was worth crying over. In fact, I think I was more upset at how the show ended to be emotional over it. I was like, that's it? Like, really? Like, you're kidding.
I mean, the sad thing happened before the end, so you know what I mean? How would you know?
Spoiler, Tal put a spoiler shield here. Tal, I'm about to say a spoiler for Arcane. Are you talking about when she tried killing herself like 4 times?
Well, that was sad too, but I cried at the fall.
Oh.
That was so sad.
I kind of giggled.
What the hell? You're awful. You're awful.
Please.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
it's the autism.
I was gagged. It's the autism. No, I was kind of gagged. I was like, no way they kill her here. Like, she has to be in League of Legends. She can't die.
Mbessa died.
Oh my god. So I actually had that conversation with somebody. People think she didn't.
That bitch is dead.
People think she didn't die.
Jason
no,
Victor
I
died
specifically remember that she died. And it's like, what do you mean she's still alive? No.
She's gone as
yeah.
Any last comments before we go into our advice section?
Not really.
Okay. Our first one is anonymous. They said, I have AUDHD? Am I saying that right?
ADHD. Yeah,
Okay.
that's autism and ADHD.
Oh, damn. And
Mhm.
I find it
Bitch, I
really.
have that. Shut up.
Oh, is this you? I find it really hard to meet and talk to people, but I would like to make new friends or even more. What is your advice for getting to know someone? This is for you.
It really it kind of is. This kind of is really directed towards me. Getting to know someone, I mean, it really is a lot about putting yourself out there and having confidence. Even if the confidence is fake, the best thing to have is a show of confidence. Um, you can't just expect things to walk and fall into your lap when it comes to like social interactions. Um, a lot of the time I used to wait for people to like message me, and then I would get really upset or like, cry over the fact that I thought people were ignoring me because they weren't like messaging me back, or they never like engaged the conversation with me, until I kind of like thought more on it, and it was kind of realizing like, if I set a trend of always being the person who engages the conversation, they kind of never have a reason to try and do it with me. Cause like everything has shown that this person likes me, that they're my friend. So I don't have a reason to believe otherwise. I'm giving myself that reason. There's definitely times where people have appeased me, but hated my guts, and I didn't find out until later because I never picked up on those cues. But I was happy thinking that they were my friend. And if they turn out not to be, well, so be it. I don't need them in my life. Moving on, I'll find somebody else. You're allowed to be upset at that, and that feeling is definitely valid. But you kind of have to keep the mindset of people will come and go from your life, and you have to go with the flow. Sometimes you can make the flow faster by engaging in the social gathering yourself and making things happen. And if you're not comfortable with that, then you kind of have to come to the terms with, the flow being slow as hell. I also think a lot of things is that especially people who are neurodivergent tend to worry too much on saying the right things and say the wrong things in the process. Cuz like I hate, as an autistic person, getting told by another autistic person, "Oh, I never know what to say. Like, I'm so awkward and blah blah blah." And it's like, "Okay, what are we doing to fix that?" I'm not the right person to complain about neurodivergency to, because I am actively working towards making myself better. I study psychology. I put what I study towards my life. If you want to use your neurodivergency as an excuse for everything, then you're just going to be a lonely person, because nobody wants to be around you for that. I hate people who use neurodivergency as an excuse to not be a certain way, or to even just be mean or rude. If you're worried about being rude, then you need to reflect on yourself and what you're doing and what you're saying, and actively try to change that. The best thing you can do is be an active person in your life.
Cheers to that. To add on to
Hold
that,
on.
I think it can
Yep.
apply to neurotypical people as well, with the conversation about being the initiator.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people get mad at their own friends for not being the ones to, I guess, initiate things all the time. But the reality is, some people just aren't the type of person to do that, to like initiate hanging out or messaging or making plans. But that doesn't mean they don't like you. They just, I don't know,
Right.
either they're shy or just don't think
They
about
just go with the
doing that.
flow.
Yeah, they go with the
Yeah.
flow.
Because that's definitely me, is like, I like being the one who engages other people and plans things with other people, because I hate being asked to do things not on my time, because that's how
Mm.
I end up canceling everything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'll show up late because I didn't really have the time for this, but I was trying to make effort and time for you. And then I get overwhelmed because I knew this wasn't going to be a good time for me. So that's why I prefer just planning things on my own and
Hmm.
have, engaging other people and saying, hey, this is how I work and this is what I'm doing.
For
Would you like
sure.
to join me?
Yeah. Oh, also on that note, like my 2025 New Year's resolution is saying no to collabs or like some collabs because
Please.
sometimes I say yes to something and I'm like, oof, the day comes and I'm like, I don't really want to do this like at all.
Right. I mean, I feel real bad because it's like I haven't done collabs in a really long time.
Mm.
And when I get invited and I say yes, I really do want to do the collab.
It makes me
But
happy. Like, thank you
sometimes
for thinking
it
about
does.
me.
Yeah, absolutely. And it gets to the day and I feel really bad because either like something comes up because I didn't plan to be here or I
Hmm.
didn't plan to be here for very long and I either have to cancel or I kind of get like there's going to be a lot of people I don't know here. I
Yeah,
really don't want to be
exactly. I
here
don't really
and
like
I'm
big
really
groups.
uncomfortable.
Big groups are sometimes the game that we're playing. It just looks really fucking boring, honestly.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's
can we
like
just play
I'll
League?
say like I'll say yes to a collab and then it comes to the day of and it's like hey, I have something going on and
Yeah,
won't be
and
able
I
to
feel
make it.
bad, but I'm
And I
like,
feel so
damn.
bad because it's like I do want to do this thing
Mhm.
with you, but I just can't bring
Yeah.
myself to do
If it's a
it.
big group, I don't feel as bad. You have like 20 other people, you're fine. But
Right,
if it's like a
yeah.
small group of like 4 or 3, then I'll suck it up and I'll do it, you know?
Yeah, no, that is exactly what I do, especially when it comes to like a really good friend of mine who's inviting me to like a collab for either for
Hmm.
like their anniversary or something like that. And it's like,
Oh,
I'll
I'll be
agree to
there.
it. Yeah, I'll be there. I may not be exactly ecstatic about being there because
Hmm.
I'm with people I don't know and I don't really know the vibes here, so I may
That's
act
the
a little
thing with
different.
collabs though. Like as a planner, you need to know if the people that you're inviting know each other. Cause like for
I
me,
always make sure of that,
I
yeah.
want everyone to have fun because I'm I'm so empathetic. I just when I
You're
feel
such
that
an empath.
when I feel that someone isn't having fun, I'm just like it kind of ruins my mood because I'm like, damn, like you Debbie Downing bitch, like you're not having fun. I'm not having fun either. Like if I invite you to a collab and you have like a bad mood and like you're acting like negatively and like you're just clearly not
Mhm.
having a good time, that affects me as the streamer, the one that invited you to come on my stream and help, not help entertain, but like have a good time. And like you're bringing all this negativity, like I'm never gonna bring you on again. I don't know.
Right. Like,
Yeah,
say you hate me.
say you hate me.
Moral of the story, invite me to a collab. If I cancel the day of, it's not a personal thing. I'm probably just overwhelmed. But also, I know a lot of VTubers do that. Is like, that's like a big problem. The VTubing is not respecting other people's time.
Oh
And I
God,
obviously I feel
yeah.
absolutely horrible about that. And I try not to do it. I try my best to participate in things, even if I don't
Hmm.
know people, because it could be a good opportunity to meet some people. But I think it's also that I've kind of been scarred by my collab opportunities in the
Plat?
past.
Mm.
Where it's like, oh, someone in this collab has royally annoyed me, and I now do not want to be here ever again.
Yeah. God damn.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's like it's just hard for me to say yes to collabs with like either a lot of people or people I don't know.
That's why I hate those like crab game collabs and like Fall Guys and stuff.
I always
Never.
say no to this.
No,
I
those
always
are
say no to this
so
because I
they're
first of all
so
I hate crab
boring.
games. Second of all, I hate Among Us. Don't ever
Yeah.
invite me to Among Us.
It's always so boring. I don't like big
So
groups because I feel like
boring.
everyone's just talking over each other. Like no one's even having an actual conversation. It's so boring.
Right, especially if you don't know each other.
Yeah.
Everybody like someone's gonna get talked over or someone's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna talk and it's like kind of
Exactly.
awkward.
I love groups of 3 the most because it's like 2 people might be awkward sometimes, but 3 is perfect because like at least it's
I
the other
like
person.
4.
You like 4?
To me, like 4 is like a perfect number because it's like
No,
I can
4 is
have
good too.
really good chemistry with like 1 or 2 people and maybe like good chemistry with somebody, or people can have chemistry with each other and then I get to riff off of that.
Mm.
So I just like groups of 4. I don't know.
That's good too.
Next one is by Plank. Turning 21 next year. What drinks would you recommend for a first timer?
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh.
congrats. What drinks? I don't drink. I'm not the right person to ask for that.
From your
My
question to
answer is always
mine.
yeah. My answer is always gonna be like a cocktail. I don't know.
No, yeah, that's true. Also, you know, like, what are those called? Like, what's a Mike's Hard Lemonade? What do you call that?
Wine cooler.
Yeah, those are always good for like new people because it's like such a low alcohol
Mhm.
percentage. It's like 4.5% or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to get like into like the stuff that'll make you get drunk, I'd say a great starter is soju. Oh, really?
I hate soju.
It's so
Yes.
easy to drink, especially the
I have
flavored
to
one.
mix soju.
I hate mixing.
I can't drink soju. I can't drink soju by itself.
Damn, you would not be able to survive vodka then.
I drink vodka more often than I drink soju.
How do you like vodka more than soju?
I don't know. I love my vodka crayons.
That's crazy. Considering
I
vodka's
don't. I,
40% and soju's like half of that or less.
soju just tastes nasty to me. It's like so I'll put it in like orange juice or something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But also, I just wanted to say, turning 21, sure, you can legally drink. Do so, celebrate. Be careful, be responsible. Don't be forced to drink. Don't feel peer pressured to do so. Don't be peer pressured to get drunk all the time just because you're 21. Alcohol still does affect your developing brain.
Drink in moderation. Also, don't drink alone. Like, make sure you're always drinking with someone because drinking alone is sad. Yeah.
Please, that's so depressing.
But yeah, I would recommend soju. That's what a lot of people like, and it's a good beginner one. It's like 14%. I don't know. Get the flavored ones though, for sure.
I tried the strawberry one. The strawberry one was like,
That one's bad. That one's bad.
okay.
No.
Really?
Yeah. No, there are better ones. Oh my gosh.
I was always told the strawberry one was the best one. I don't
No,
know.
that bitch lied to you. Oh my god.
Please.
Who? Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, so I would say soju. And honestly, if you're 21 and that's your first time drinking ever, like, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Then I would just say soju. Yeah, don't do anything more than that, probably, unless you're feeling spicy. But anyway,
I drinks are whatever. I mean, obviously, a lot of our viewers are queer, so this doesn't even apply. But don't feel pressured to drink a certain thing just because of societal things. Like,
yeah.
I need to drink a beer because I'm a man. It's like, no, that tastes like ass.
It does
Don't
taste like ass.
drink it.
But if you like it,
would
go
know.
ahead. But you probably won't because you're gay.
No.
Gays don't like beer. Gays like vodka.
No. Right. I would say, like, definitely, like, you get some, like, Smirnoff wine coolers. Those taste good.
Oh, and they look pretty. It's like, ooh, color.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. There's the Mike's Hard Lemonade. Stay away from White Claws. White Claws taste like ass.
Might as well drink beer at that point.
Literally, because like the only reason people drink White Claws is because they want to stay skinny, and that's why they're drinking seltzer alcohol. It's
Hell
like,
no.
Go fuck yourself. It tastes like ass.
It's asshole on a stick.
So if basically rule of thumb, if you go in the alcohol section and the drink in the bottle is colorful and looks like it tastes fruity, it probably tastes good.
Yeah. Next is from Arion or Arion. They said, I'm in my mid-20s and feeling confused about how to spend my youth and to make the most of it. I'm a streamer at night and work in an office during the day, but both activities feel mundane and lacking in excitement. I'm seeking advice on how to inject more fun and joy into my daily life. Any suggestions? I thoroughly enjoy listening to your podcast when I get home from work. It's really entertaining and helps unwind after a long day. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Thank you.
Well, I would say, do you have friends? I mean, I'm not even kidding. Friends. and like hanging out with them and like playing games or doing whatever you like to do in between your
I
streaming and working.
I definitely think once you start streaming and stuff, everything becomes about the content,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people lose sight of what actually makes them happy because they're doing it for content.
Yeah.
Um so I would definitely say if you're not feeling fulfilled in either of those, which I mean, office job is like, ugh, it's hard to feel good about that one.
Mm.
Um But streaming is whatever you make it. If you feel like you're not being fulfilled with what you're doing in streaming, then I think it's time to try something different. Um, I think it's also good to recognize that streaming is not for everybody. But if you still want to do content creation, there are a lot of other avenues. Even for VTubers, like there is a specific lack of VTubers who make YouTube content only because it's kind of seen as like, oh, you have a VTuber model. Why would you not stream with it? I think if you're just not feeling good about what you're doing, try something different. It's hard. I feel like we've definitely talked about how, you know, we'd love to just do the things that we want to do on stream, but at some point we're all slaves to views and analytics.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes kind of hard to do that.
It's our job, so
Right.
can't do whatever
I
you want.
think exactly. I think if you are only doing it as a hobby, I would just do the things you love.
Mm.
Don't do it for a view. Because honestly, I think that's the best kind of content is just actually being happy while you're doing it and while you're making it.
Because your viewers see that.
Um,
They know when you're
yeah,
having fun.
exactly. I think that's about it. Is kind of just like change up what you're doing.
But what can they do
Maybe
to have
include
more
more people.
fun outside of streaming and work?
Take up a hobby, maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Uh, yeah, like right now, well, I mean, I've been lacking a little bit because of the holidays, but I I had someone because I'm like a visual hands-on learner.
Hmm.
So I had my editor teach me how to edit because that's just how I personally learn better. So I started editing my own videos
Let's go.
and I was having I was excited to do that because it was like a new skill I was learning
It's
and I thought,
fulfilling
you know,
to see
it
the final
is. And
product.
especially yes, seeing the final product and then also seeing the final product like get somewhere. It's like, okay, I can keep doing this. But it doesn't have to be content related. It's just
Mm.
like just take up a hobby,
Yeah.
something that you think
Working
you would
out.
like.
Ooh.
Working, it's hard to get motivated for that, but
True. But it's so nice to
I
like
don't know.
keep yourself healthy and also like get physically better as well.
For sure, yeah.
And just being more confident and
I
they
mean,
might like
like,
it. Some people like actually love going to the gym. They're like, I can't wait to go to the gym.
oh
That
yeah,
might be you. Who knows?
like Kyle bakes. Kyle bakes every
Oh
week. Sure, he
yeah.
has it as a part of his content, but like that's his little
It's
indulgence.
my
That's his
favorite thing
treat for
every
the week.
week. Yeah. My favorite
Yeah,
thing to do every
exactly.
week.
I think just finding what makes you happy and kind of keeping that separate from everything else, having that be your happy time and your hobby. I think overall, one of the keys to being more mentally well and being happier and more satisfied with your life is definitely changing your outlook on some things and kind of preventing yourself from doing things that make you extremely unhappy. Like, sure, I'm brokety broke from streaming full time. I still make enough to pay my bills, but that's about it right now. Even then, I'm very happy with where I am and what I'm doing because I'm also a full-time student and I stream full time as my job. But because I love what I'm doing, I'm just overall a lot more happy that I'm not, you know, forcing myself to wake up and slog through a 9 to 5 with people I absolutely despise and can't stand.
Hell no.
obviously I'm not saying quit your job, but
Don't
like,
quit your
you
job.
know,
There are some things
I
in
guess
life
it's,
you have to do that you hate,
yeah,
and that's just for
exactly.
survival.
Literally. I would just say like try and do things that add a lot more positivity in your life.
You should play League
Meditation
of
tends to work.
Legends.
Don't do that. Meditation tends to help a lot of people. Starting a daily routine or trying to create a habit that is easy to do and brings fulfillment into your life tends to
Yeah.
work a lot for some people.
I think if you want more fun into your daily life, you should get into a competitive game like Valorant or League of Legends.
So don't listen to him.
It'll make
Listen
the
to me.
time go by. Think about it. And if you make friends, you can play with them and then it'll be even better. Just saying. Not that you don't have friends, but
Okay.
reading this, it sounds like you don't have friends. Because, like, usually during my
That's
free time, I hang out with my
crazy.
friends. I mean, no, you know what I mean? Like, work,
I mean,
stream.
I didn't get that vibe, but
Oh, okay.
okay.
I'm sure you have friends, Ariane. That's not what I'm trying to say. But maybe make some friends that play games and stuff, and you guys can hang
Yeah,
out.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely like one of my favorite aspects of streaming are the people I met through it and
Mm-hmm.
interacting with them and making friends and playing with them on stream even. Not only does that lend to make the best content because I'm happy and I'm with people that make me happy, but people like watching people who are happy
Mm-hmm.
and you know, a lot of people love a good friend dynamic.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. No, that's like one of the best pieces of content is like having like your favorite streamers be friends with each other and make fun content together.
The next one is from Tanjiro.
Okay.
So there's a guy in my class who I think is really cute, funny, and stuff. And like I really like him, and I really don't know what to do to make him like me. I've started putting so much effort in my outfits instead of just coming with a random shirt and pants. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I would just come in PJs.
Slay.
And recently we started to talk a bit, but not that much, and I really don't know what to do. I've never been in a situation where I really like a guy and where I actually want to get him. So yeah. And the problem is I don't even know if he's gay or not. I'm gay, by the way.
Ew.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, I would appreciate if you guys give me some advice. Love you guys.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I've never really been in that situation because it for me it's like it's a lot easier to approach a woman and test if they're you know.
Hmm.
So I don't have much experience. Also the fact that I'm a bottom. I have women approach me. So I don't really have experience with like, having a crush on somebody and having to do something about it.
You're a pillow princess?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this experience is like my entire high school life, honestly. Liking
Really?
a guy, not knowing if he's gay. They were probably all straight, I'm not gonna lie. But like that's just how it is
Yeah.
as a gay guy.
Yeah.
Most like not even gay guys, most gays, period, don't really get to have that like high school love and stuff. It's really honestly, it's like hard to know. And it's also like you can't just be like, hey, by the way, are you gay? Because just curious, they're gonna know why you asked. And then at
Right.
that point, it gets a little awkward. So it's like, but honestly, all those guys that I liked in high school, I don't think I actually liked them. I just thought they were cute and I wanted to,
I also
you
think
know,
that's the difference is a crush is based on attraction
yeah,
alone. You seem to be very attracted to him. You say, you think he's cute and funny. I definitely think one of the first steps is just getting to know them better. I
yeah,
eventually like that feels like something you'll just figure out through getting to know them and just overall building like a friendship with them. And sadly, I also think you need to temper your expectations. Um
for sure.
because we as queer people, we don't really get to love like the movies. We don't get to see someone we like or that we are attracted to and always get the opportunity to get what we want, which is why we've created spaces for ourselves, queer spaces where you would know if someone is gay, and if you liked them, you wouldn't have to worry about asking someone out but they're straight and then they
Yeah.
become dangerous, offended even that you did had a crush or anything like that. Because realistically, in this day and age, you don't know what people think behind closed doors. You don't know if this person could be dangerous towards you once they figure something out or they figure that you're interested in them. Especially when it comes to men. Straight men love to get physical when it comes to being it's basically just a dangerous game to even try and approach someone whose sexuality you're not sure of. And that's unfortunately the worst part of being queer. And that is why a lot of gay culture exists, is because gay men can't just ask anybody. That could lead to a hate crime or worse, because, straight men in this day and age aren't secure in their sexualities and turn to violence.
Those are always the ones that are a little gay. Secretly. I
I'm not
would,
gay, I just fuck men in the ass.
yeah, I just like them fanboys. Sure, buddy. I would say just try to talk to him or get closer to him. 9 times out of 10, people that have crushes on guys and talk to them more end up hating them. So try it out. You might lose your crush. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, you might get an ick so quickly.
Yeah.
All it takes is one thing.
You're like, oof, never mind.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
always
that's
cuter
best.
when you just see like the basic image of them. Then when you actually become close to them and you're like, ooh, well, there's this and there's this.
Yeah.
And in
I
a
also
bad
just think
situation, you
generally-
actually like him and he's straight. Well, that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah. I mean, I always think personally that if you do want to make a crush more than a crush, the first step should always be friendship, to make sure you're even compatible.
Yep. You have to
as
be
like
friends to be
people
lovers.
together. Actually, yeah, literally, because not doing that is how people hate each other in a relationship, is not making sure you're compatible as friends first before you become lovers. A lot of people love engaging in sex as a first activity and then being like, oh, I could date this person.
Like, I want my partner to be my
really
best
know
friend,
them.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think just, it's harmless to have the crush.
Yeah.
Try and get to know the person more. Maybe it'll go away. Or maybe by next semester, you won't have a class with them and you won't see them anymore.
And you'll forget.
And you'll forget.
And yeah, that's your advice. Hope you liked it. Hope it helps.
Yay!
I think it'll help.
I hope so. Yeah. We definitely kind of, I like doing advice segments. I think.
Should we do another one next week?
Really. Maybe we should.
Sure.
If you guys like listening to the advice sections, let us know in the comments below. Or
send more, even if it's the most basic
more.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
what should I eat for breakfast? I'll answer it. Just, yeah.
Please.
It could be anything,
They're
guys.
really fun. Yeah, I like them.
So, yeah.
We've been going for quite some time.
That'll be cut down.
This episode will be a little longer probably to make up for us missing a week.
True. That's good.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. We will see you next
Don't
week.
forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify. To the person who asked if we're going to be on Apple Music, they pissed me off. I'm not going to try. I'm sorry. Get Spotify Premium.
Who uses Apple anyways?
Right. Anyways, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Have a good week. Bye-bye.